Mustard is one of those classic condiments that adds a bold, unmistakable flavor to all kinds of dishes. With its bright yellow hue and tangy zip, it doesn't just enhance your food, it evokes memories. Whether it's summer afternoons at the ballpark, backyard barbecues with friends, or a quick sandwich on the go, mustard has a way of sneaking into the highlights of everyday meals. You'll usually find it sitting next to hot dogs, burgers, sausages, or deli sandwiches. And just a small squirt is enough to elevate the taste, transforming a simple bite into something unforgettable. But while those iconic yellow bottles line the shelves of every grocery store, few of us stop to think, what exactly is mustard made of? And how does it go from seed to squeeze bottle on such a massive scale? The journey of mustard begins with something incredibly small: seeds. Millions of them. Mustard plants belong to the brassica family, which includes cabbage, broccoli, and radishes. These plants produce small, bean-like pods filled with seeds, and inside each one lies the raw material of that tangy condiment we all recognize. Though tiny, these seeds are potent. Less than 2 pounds of them can cover a baseball field-sized plot of land. Every year, roughly 500,000 acres across Canada's western provinces are dedicated to growing mustard, primarily the white variety known as Sinapis alba. This white mustard provides the iconic yellow color and mild flavor of American mustard, while the spicier brown mustard, Brassica juncea, is often used in Dijon and stronger blends. Modern farming uses high-tech equipment to plant these seeds with remarkable precision. Seed and fertilizer are loaded into compartments on a trailer attached to a tractor. From there, both are distributed through air tubes to the soil, where openers place them at just the right depth. Since mustard seeds are incredibly small, they need shallow but firm soil to grow properly. Within days of planting, green shoots start appearing. By early July, fields are awash in yellow blooms, a golden sea stretching across the landscape. These beautiful flowers soon mature into pods filled with seeds. As August rolls in and the pods dry out, harvest begins. Giant combine harvesters cut down the plants, separate the pods, and collect the seeds. The leftover stalks and husks are scattered back onto the fields to decompose naturally, enriching the soil for the next crop. After harvesting, the seeds are hauled in grain carts to storage bins before being shipped, often by rail, to mustard manufacturing facilities, mainly in the United States. At these plants, towering silos, some larger than entire train cars, hold hundreds of thousands of pounds of mustard seeds. Before the seeds can be turned into mustard, they undergo an essential first step: cleaning. Vibrating screens remove debris like dirt, rocks, and plant bits. This isn't just about hygiene. It's crucial for quality and consistency. Clean seeds then move to steeping tanks, where they soak for around 3 hours. This soaking softens the seeds and activates myrosinase, an enzyme responsible for unlocking mustard's signature flavor and helping achieve a smooth texture in the final product. Once the seeds are ready, they're mixed with other key ingredients. White vinegar adds tang, turmeric provides the bright yellow color, and a touch of salt and spices, sometimes paprika or garlic, rounds out the flavor. Each ingredient is added with precision, creating a blend that's typically about 60% water, 20% vinegar, 15% mustard seed, and 5% spices. This mixture is poured into massive stainless steel mixing tanks. Inside, large paddles spin at speeds of up to 165 miles per hour for a full hour, ensuring every component is perfectly blended into a uniform mustard base. The next stage is grinding, a step that's both traditional and essential. Unlike many industrial processes, mustard must be ground without heat. High temperatures can destroy the signature flavor. That's why many manufacturers still use stone mills made from granite or flint, operating much like a giant mortar and pestle. One stone rotates while another remains fixed, slowly crushing the seeds without generating friction or heat. After the initial grinding, the mustard undergoes a second finer grind. This time, high-speed rotors slice through the mixture at incredible speeds. But even then, the system is designed to remain cool, because even at this stage, preserving the mustard's punch is paramount. This final grinding gives the mustard that unmistakable silky smooth texture, ready to spread on anything from soft pretzels to sandwiches. Over 30 grinders operate daily in large-scale factories, processing up to 90 tons of mustard a day. Once ground, the mixture is moved to holding tanks for refinement. Low-speed mixers stir the mustard gently to remove trapped air bubbles, which could otherwise lead to oxidation and a dull brown color. But it's still not done. Before any batch can be bottled, it has to pass a battery of tests. Technicians analyze its texture, color, aroma, and even the particle size. If a single grain exceeds 0.01 inches, the factory stops and adjusts the grinding stones before resuming. Quality control is serious business in the mustard world. After passing all tests, the mustard heads to the filling line. Storage tanks hold enough mustard for up to 100 bottles at a time, meaning pallets of product are filled incredibly fast. A single worker can oversee the production of more than 112,000 bottles in one shift. Visual sensors scan each bottle for fill level, cap placement, and label accuracy, leaving zero room for error. In total, the journey from raw seed to bottled mustard takes around 20 hours, with much of that time spent in the steeping and resting stages where the flavor truly develops. Even after bottling, the flavor continues to mellow slightly before hitting grocery shelves. Once distributed, those golden yellow bottles make their way into homes, diners, stadiums, and lunchboxes across the globe, bringing that signature tang to every corner of the culinary world. Isn't it funny how something so small can bring so much joy? Maltesers have been making us smile for years, crispy, chocolatey, and always just right. But what's their secret? Is it the crunch, the smooth chocolate, or the memories they bring? And hey, maybe one day, someone will uncover a bag of Maltesers from the past still as perfect as the first bite. Maltesers, those tasty little chocolate-covered balls, have a history almost as sweet as their taste. First introduced in 1937 by Mars, they were born during a time of chocolate shortages brought on by World War II. Rather than sticking to traditional treats, Mars created something lighter, crunchier, and a little different. Thus, Maltesers were born, not just another chocolate, but a clever innovation made to stand out when choices were few. If chocolate had a VIP club, Maltesers would be the guest of honor. They were marketed as a lighter chocolate snacker. Smart move considering that most of us feel better snacking on something labeled as light. And let's be honest, a few hundred Maltesers never felt like they counted toward your daily snack quota, right? It wasn't just marketing either, though. Airy, malted center really did feel less heavy than regular chocolate bars. The name Maltesers came from malt for the crispy texture and teasers because trying to eat just one is nearly impossible. If you've ever watched someone devour a whole bag before the movie even starts, you know, the name fits. Interestingly, in the 1970s, Maltesers were marketed as a diet chocolate. In the era of calorie counting and portion control, they became the go-to treat for people watching their weight. Sure, we later realized eating the whole bag wasn't exactly healthy, but who's counting? Maltesers made us feel like we could treat ourselves without the guilt. Today, they're more popular than ever, becoming a cultural icon found in cinemas, snack aisles, and probably your couch cushions. They've stood the test of time and now feel as essential to life as popcorn at the movies. Every Malteser brings a bite-sized bit of nostalgia, whether you're sharing it with a friend or searching for that one perfect round piece at the bottom of the bag. Now, enough history. Let's peek inside the factory. It all begins with the best ingredients: malted barley, sugar, cocoa, and milk powder. The malted barley is key. It gives Maltesers their iconic crispy, airy center. Mars works with trusted farmers around the world to get high-quality barley that meets strict standards, ensuring that every Malteser delivers that perfect melt-in-your-mouth crunch. Cocoa, which provides the rich chocolate coating, is sourced from regions like West Africa and South America. Milk powder adds that creamy richness, and like the other ingredients, it's held to high standards. The barley is roasted to develop its rich, nutty flavor, an essential step for that signature taste. It's then ground and mixed with milk powder, sugar, and other ingredients to create a dough-like mixture. This mixture is carefully blended to make sure every ingredient is evenly distributed. If it's too thick, the final product becomes dense. Too thin, and you lose the crunch. Once the consistency is just right, the dough is shaped into small round balls, each one carefully sized for the ideal bite. Then comes puffing, where heat and pressure expand the dough into light, airy spheres. It's a delicate process that must be precisely controlled. Too much puffing, and the ball becomes brittle. Too little, and it loses that signature lightness. The balls are then cooled to keep their shape and texture intact before the next big step: chocolate coating. Only the best make it to the chocolate conveyor belt. The puffed malt balls travel along a line where they're evenly coated with a smooth layer of milk chocolate. This is no ordinary dip. The chocolate is carefully tempered, heated and cooled just right to give it a glossy finish and that perfect snap when you bite into it. The coating has to be just thick enough to complement the center without overpowering it. After coating, the Maltesers are gently shaken to remove excess chocolate and cooled again, allowing the outer shell to harden perfectly. Once they pass inspection, the treats move to packaging. They're weighed to ensure each bag has the right amount, and the bags are sealed with extra room to protect the product inside from crushing. Labels with expiration dates and batch numbers are added, and the packaging is designed to catch your eye while remaining recyclable and eco-friendly. Once sealed, the bags are boxed and shipped to distribution centers, then sent to stores across the globe. From small local shops to massive supermarkets, Maltesers are displayed prominently, often near movie snacks or impulse buy sections. So next time you rip open a bag of Maltesers, remember you're not just eating candy. You're enjoying a treat that survived wars, grown across continents, evolved with technology, and stayed true to its roots.
If you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below.